Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of 13 News at 4 on this Friday, Carb Day. We're live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm Dustin Grove.
And I'm Felicia Lawrence, and we are ready to rumble with you as we have been taking in all the sights and sounds of Carb Day. This is a big day. We have had cars on the track despite the rain that you see right now, but we're not letting anything wash us away.
That's right.
We're not getting drowned out here.
We have live team coverage for the next several hours here on 13 News tonight. Anne-Marie Tiernan is holding down the fort for us in the studio. We've got Jenna Webster. She'll be live. She's been spending the day with the fans. Also got to check out some of the musical groups that are performing this afternoon and this evening.
She's surviving the snake pit.
She's surviving the snake pit. And, of course, we're going to get to Dom and Eli, who are covering the highlights from practice today, the pit stop competition, and then also what drivers are doing as they get ready for the race on Sunday.
And, of course, we have the sights and sounds from the Weenie 500. Don't forget about those Wienermobiles. But first, it is raining, okay? Rain, rain, go away. That's the song we're singing here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's get to Rob. He's going to fill us in. We have a lot of fans sticking around. They got on ponchos, coats. Rob, what's happening?
Yeah, so the rain has definitely arrived. It has moved in. It moved in pretty much on time, maybe a little bit delayed, maybe about an hour delayed, but otherwise, I think the forecast held pretty true. We expected this to move in from the south. Now we're going to see this continue to push to the east at some point, but I think we've got rain in our forecast through at least the next several hours, likely through the overnight. There's the rain as it moved across into Speedway within the last couple of hours or so, and now we've got rain at the track as you saw. We do expect the rain to continue through this evening, and temperature-wise, we're in the 60s. We've got northeast winds, so temperatures aren't expected to warm up very much. What you see is what you get through the rest of this evening. Temperatures into the 60s. Rain is going to be likely through the overnight. And then looking ahead to tomorrow, this chance for rain looks to taper off at some point, but the timing of when that happens looks to happen sometime late morning through around midday. Here's 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then as we get through about midday tomorrow, we do expect a chance for a couple of isolated showers to be lingering, but the trend is to get that out of here as we get into the afternoon, although we still couldn't rule out the chance for a spotty shower even through the afternoon heading into late Saturday. So for your Saturday forecast, rain chances look likely in the morning, ending by around midday, and then wrapping up with a high temperature close to 70 degrees.
Alrighty, so we still have a lot of fans here, as I said, that are sticking around. They've been able to try to find shelter wherever they can, step inside whenever they can, wearing those ponchos and those raincoats. Two guys who have been here, they're not leaving because of the rain. They've been here the entire month of May, Dom and Eli.
That's right. Guys, were they able to get the pit stop competition in, or did they have to end it early because of the rain?
Yeah, they did have to call the pit stop competition early, but the good news is the final practice ahead of the Indianapolis 500 on Sunday went off without a hitch. Drivers were able to get their final practice laps in, their final race running in. Eli, you were in the pits. It's your first Carb Day.
Yeah, first Carb Day.
Drivers are ready for Sunday.
Yes, no doubt about that, but also the access that people get. We're talking about people with pit passes who can just waltz around wherever they want down there in pit lane. So you're trying to maneuver with your camera, trying to get through the crowds of people where you can maybe get a shot of some of these drivers coming in for those last few tests that they're getting on pit lane before they go back out on the track for more testing, where it's the second time. Well, you guys mentioned Monday they were out all on the track together, so they're getting a feel for some of the other competition that's around them heading into Sunday. But yeah, again, back to the pit crew thing. Speaking of crew, Terry Crews was down there for a handful of minutes this afternoon, so he drew a big crowd. But yeah, the drivers able to get done. They got about, 40 to 70, depending on which driver that it was, completed around the oval this afternoon. And yep, final one, ready to go for Sunday.
Over 2,000 laps turned between this field of 33, and we saw how much they wanted to run in traffic. Basically, once qualifying's over, these guys want to feel what it's going to be like on race day. And it was getting pretty aggressive out there. Kyle Kirkwood saying so after practice concluded today, saying, look, these guys, they're ready to go racing.
I wasn't really trying any moves. It's just guys out there think it's the last 10 laps of the race, especially those ECR cars, to be honest. So, yeah, it was. I don't understand the mindset that some people have on Carb Day, but they're acting like it's a race out there, and I was trying not to. So yeah, But the car's fast, so you're still passing the guys. It's just they're throwing unnecessary moves when they're going to get passed regardless.
Your Fast Five on Carb Day, Joseph Newgarden leading the way, 2:28.342. Christian Rasmussen, David Malukas, Connor Daly continuing to be fast, and Takuma Sato rounded out your Fast Five. Alex Blow, the pole sitter, at number 6. These guys are ready to rock. Kyle Kirkwood maybe not as appreciative as some other guys, but look, no apologies. It's about winning on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what you think all year for, is getting to this stage, getting to this track, getting to the racing capital of the world. That's what anyone wants to do, is win. And if you want to treat it like it's the final 10 laps, even though it is the final practice day, you do so and maybe get under people's skin in the process as well.
Why not? That's why we love the Indianapolis 500. We'll be back with you at 5 and 6 here from Kyle Kirkwood, Joseph Newgarden, the fast car of the day. These guys are ready to go, and so are we, for the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll check back. One of my favorite moments of the day was actually in the elevator here in the media center when we were riding up with Joseph Newgarden, and Felicia says, "Where do you get that tracksuit? Can I get one of those?"
Where can I get one of those? I don't think he laughed, but everyone else on the elevator did, so I'll take a laugh wherever I can get one. That's one of the things that's so exciting about Carb Day, is because you get to be a little bit more intimate with some of the inner workings of Indianapolis Motor Speedway, what's happening here, the logistics, how everything runs. So though we don't have cars on the track and practice is wrapped and the competition is wrapped, one thing that's still happening is the snake pit.
That's
Jenna's
right.
out there.
Jenna has been spending the day with fans. We've also got music going on. We got a couple of bands there tonight. Looking forward to an evening ahead. A soggy one, but a fun one nonetheless. Jenna?
I know, Dustin, right as you were mentioning that sogginess, I felt like the rain started coming down a little bit harder. We're kind of out near turn 3 right now, but we've got some guys. You guys are taking some shelter under the tree. You've got the right idea. Cody and Ori, what was the highlight of this day, being out at a Carb Day for you guys?
Oh, loved it all. The Winnie 500 was awesome.
Winnie 500 and meeting Pinto Ron.
Yeah, Pinto Ron.
Buffalo Bills. Fan.
It's a great day though. Weather, it is what it is, so we're enjoying
Making
it.
the best of it.
Well, and the rain kept until now. We got through the Weenie 500. We got through that last practice. Are you guys going to be out here on Sunday?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Every year since '99. Well, minus COVID, but we've been coming every year from Buffalo. 500 miles. Can't miss it.
Well, welcome here from New York. What's your guys' favorite part about being here?
The whole thing.
Yeah.
The race. Yeah.
Can't do anything better than that. But guys, I want to draw your attention over to the stage where Switchfoot just took the stage. And guys, we just got the chance to talk to them actually before they started the concert. They originally actually could not perform tonight because they have a concert in Canada, but they were able to make it all work and are flying straight there right after they get off the stage. They actually joke that they should be driving an Indy car instead of getting on a plane. But get this, they were gifted a super cool special Switchfoot helmet. The band says they've been checking out all the cars today, all the action, and they say it's an opportunity like no other to get to perform inside the track.
So we grew up in surfing culture. That is the soil we come from. So it feels like we've been transplanted to Indy 500 culture, and there's so much history. Kiss the bricks, drink the milk at the finish line, the whole thing. I love it. I think music is one of the few things that is, especially in today's day and age where everything is kind of fractured, music is one of the few things that brings everyone together.
Well, their concert sounds like they're having a great time right now. Switchfoot says they do have some surprises in store for the fans tonight. A couple covers of the Beastie Boys. They say they actually were joking about doing a Counting Crow cover, but they can't do that, they said, because they're going to be taking the stage right after them at 5:45. Speaking of our 5 o'clock hour, from the concerts to the track, we're going to be taking you behind the scenes with one of the longtime employees for the Andretti team, kind of taking a look at how he's been able to help cars out on the track here for 26 years. Super cool. Dustin, Felicia?
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Jenna.
All that exciting fun. What were you saying?
I was just going to say, I love that they're going to leave the Counting Crows music to the Counting Crows.
As you should.
Yeah.
So Dustin is a big Switchfoot fan, and we can actually hear the music here at the Pagoda at the Media Tower, which is kind of cool. Really wrapping us all into everything that's happening at Carb Day and making it an experience for everybody.
It sounds great. And by the way, not everybody is sulking about the rain. We saw a couple of kids splashing around playing in the puddles behind us a minute ago.
Sweet. And then all the young folks out at the snake pit, though it's low 60s, wet and raining, they're still in shorts and crop tops and tank tops, only as they should be.
That's right. The beginning of a very fun weekend. In fact, let's show you what all is in store for you coming up this weekend. Remember, tomorrow you can watch the Lucas Oil 500 Festival Parade live here on Channel 13 starting at noon. We'll also rebroadcast the parade on the WTHR streaming app at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Then join us at 5 o'clock race day morning, bright and early. Is it early at 5 a.m. yet? I think it's still dark at 5
that's
a.m.
right on time.
We're going to have post-race coverage as well starting on 13 News at 6 and extended coverage on the WTHR streaming app. Basically, you can just leave it here on Channel 13 and the WTHR streaming app all the way through Sunday night.
Absolutely. Okay, so we are going to send it back to our good friend Anne-Marie Tiernan, who I know misses us and wishes she could be out here with us, and get some of the news of the day, some of the top headlines that folks still need to know about. Anne, how's it going?
Well, I wish I were with you. You guys look great in the red, great energy, lots of fun. We look forward to your coverage continuing. In the meantime, we're going to make sure our viewers are up to date on the latest headlines at this hour. We'll check back. Dustin and Felicia, thank you. This morning, all of the catalytic converters were stolen from the gas-powered school buses for the Beech Grove City schools. The district then canceled all transportation services today as a result, but went ahead and held classes. Our Brandon Schaff spoke with the superintendent about how these kids will still get to school for the rest of the year.
This is the second to last week of the school year for Beech Grove City Schools. About 60% of the district's more than 2,700 students take the bus to school every day. Around midnight on Friday, thieves stole catalytic converters from 20 school buses from this lot surrounded by a barbed wire fence.
I received a call a little bit after 6 o'clock this morning from our transportation director, and she was just devastated, and we just needed to really pivot and move towards, what our school day was going to look like today. So disappointing at such a special time of the year.
The district decided school buses would not run on Friday. They still held classes, but students who didn't have a way to get there were given an excused absence.
Beech Grove school buses weren't the only vehicles that had catalytic converters stolen recently. Over here on Indy's southeast side, in the parking lot of Good Shepherd United Methodist Church, a catalytic converter was stolen from one of the cars here Thursday evening.
The theft happened just hours before the ones to Beech Grove school buses, raising questions about if it was related.
I don't know, but it's kind of suspicious. You have to kind of question whether it is, because it's kind of coincidental that the same night a bunch of buses get hit just like we did here.
Robin Owen runs Little Lamb's children's ministry at the church and says it was frustrating and scary. The theft happened in broad daylight. They caught it on camera and shared footage with IMPD, along with suspect descriptions provided by parents. Back in Beech Grove, 25 superintendents across the state offered to help. Warren Township schools will lend school buses since their school year ends this week.
Our students, though, will have their own bus drivers driving those Warren Township buses. So our students will still see familiar, friendly faces in the buses that pick them up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week.
Hammock says new catalytic converters were ordered and are expected to arrive next week, but will take time to install. In Indianapolis, Brandon Schaff, 13 News.
On this busy race weekend, folks at IMS are taking a minute to remember legendary NASCAR champion Kyle Busch. We will tell you what we've learned about his sudden death and how he will be honored during the race on Sunday.
And now that the rain has moved in, we are expecting rain chances to continue through this weekend. Some times of the day we will have rain. We'll let you know what the best timing is coming up.